Hello, everyone, and welcome to HR Made Simple. And I'm your host, Nini. Now, are you thinking about becoming an HR professional? I have three considerations for you before you take the plunge. Now, HR has many sides and even specializations. It's one of those professions that exposes you to the behind the scenes view of a company and gives you the why and the how of the inner workings of that company. When I started in HR, I was content with HR admin tasks, managing new hire, onboarding, and paperwork. But as I grew in the profession, I began to get involved in operations, employee relations, payroll, budgeting, succession planning, termination management, labor relations, training and development, compensation and benefits, data analysis. So many moving parts that all come down to integrating people with systems and the company vision. Now, human resources in a forward thinking company can show you so many aspects of that business and give you the chance to specialize in HR or in something totally different. For example, I started out in a junior admin role, then I became a part of a systems implementation team, and that just got my juices flowing. And I have since been on this HR efficiencies path. We all know too that HR has a bad rap sometimes for being the firers or bias mediators, or just perceived as paper pushers and Christmas event coordinators, right? But there's so much more to HR than that. And HR done right means a good work environment or culture, which results in less turnover, cost savings, the ability to scale faster, peace of mind. You get my point. So, if you're thinking about a career in HR, here are three things for you to consider. Number one, you need high EQ or emotional intelligence. Now, I know it sounds like something complicated, but emotional intelligence, in short, is knowing how to get along with people. You're not easily offended. You can manage difficult situations and people, and you're more solutions oriented than problems focused, right? You can read a room easily, or you at least know your audience, that is your staff, and know the best way to relate with them. For instance, if you work in a chiropractor's office, you would relate differently with staff than if you worked in a manufacturing plant, right? And another thing is you are genuinely interested in people, but you have boundaries. Oh, boundaries 101 is so important in HR and in life in general, to be honest. But I digress. An article I read about having the ability to neutralize toxic people, I thought was just epic. I like that. Neutralizing toxic people. What it means is that you check your own emotions before you interact. You approach situations as rationally as you can. And in summary, you cannot be an emotional person on the job, but you are empathetic. So, one other major skill you need is the ability to disconnect. Because you witness, manage, and experience all sorts of issues that if you do not disconnect from, could be harmful to you mentally and emotionally. Now, EQ doesn't just happen, you must train your brain by practicing EQ behaviors. And as a start, it might be a useful exercise to find out your personality type, just to understand you better. Number two, be ready and willing to wear many hats. Now, most HR people I know do not like payroll. Some dread the health and safety meetings that they were voluntold to take charge of, and others hope someone else would just own the Christmas party this time. The balancing act for an HR professional in all of this is not shunning the roles, but finding a way to make sure all the responsibility does not rest on you alone. So you might wear many hats, but the skill is being able to delegate and become an overseer in some cases. Now, I went through the journey of doing things I disliked, like event planning, but it taught me so much about budgets, vendors, and venues that I'm glad I did it, and all those other things that I really, really didn't like. What I am saying is be ready to be involved in a variety of non HR related activities. Know when and how to delegate while still embracing the experience. Now, number three, technology. Need I say more? You can't do much without it these days. We all know this. Even though HR appears to be a soft skill kind of role, it is important to be aware of how to put technology to good use because there are countless options out there. When I work with my clients, I vet providers to make sure they provide the most suitable applications for them. Be aware of what is in the market, get the opportunity to test and use these. For instance, hiring requires applicant tracking systems. Filing is digitized. Training may or may not require a learning management system, but remote delivery or presentations is just naturally what we do these days. It just comes with the territory. And of course, an HR information system is designed to help you in strategic HR decision making by providing tools for data analysis. So, in summary, recognize that technology is an integral part of HR today and get familiar with the tools that make you, as an HR professional, more efficient and smart looking. In summary, HR professionals are risk managers. You must be proactive, not reactive. In other words, you anticipate a problem before it even happens by putting the right systems in place. If you have that mindset, you will succeed in the field. Now let's run through those considerations again. Number one, you need high EQ or emotional intelligence. Number two, be ready to wear many hats. And number three is technology. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you and you discover what you're looking for in your career. I'd like to hear your comments and your questions, so talk to me in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more great content. See you next time.